Today, I'm going to uncover the old country smoker and do some smoking. It's been a while and the weather's nice. It's supposed to be cold, but it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and get some food on here. Be right back. So it's all cleared out and ready to get loaded up with the lump hardwood charcoal in the basket there. And over there, that blue tarp, I have, it's full of hickory wood and maple. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a fire started, and I'll be back and show you guys what's going on in the smoker. I got the Western hardwood lump charcoal. That's what I'm going to be using in my Oklahoma Joe's charcoal basket. It's got some nice big chunks that I like to use for long cooks. Although this won't necessarily be a long cook, but I like to use the bigger pieces in the smoker, and then the smaller pieces for direct grilling. So I'm going to get this lit and throw it inside of there and get a piece of the wood from over there and get everything going. Be right back. Got the lump hardwood going. I got 2 hickory logs on there. Then I got a couple on the side getting warm. I'm gonna let those 2 on the top burn down and get a nice clean smoke going. I'm gonna add some water to the water pan and bring this up to temperature. So let's go inside and check out what's going on the smoker. Okay, so I'm gonna do some beef chuck riblets. Got these from Walmart. I saw a video on YouTube where a guy was talking about how much more meatier they are than the other beef ribs they sell at Walmart, which I tried before, and it had very little meat on it. And so I haven't tried beef ribs ever since, and that was maybe a year or so ago. So this will be my second time doing beef ribs. I've always done pork ribs. I'm gonna put some Nathan hot dogs on there. We got some Brazilian style chicken wings, and we're gonna do some sausage. On the ribs, the beef ribs, I use my very simple brisket rub: salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. I think I have some Italian seasoning in there, but I'm not sure. So I put some of that on the beef ribs. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out on smoker now because everything's up to temperature, and get this smoke started. Stay tuned. We got probably 275 on the top, right at 300 on the bottom. Things are pretty hot in this firebox. So I'm gonna let that cool off a little bit. The logs I had sitting in there, they all just caught on fire. So the temperature was going up to about 450. And so once I took them out and sprinkled a little bit of water on them, the temperature in here started to come back down. So everything's good. I'm gonna go ahead and get the food on here. The higher than usual temperature for smoking doesn't bother me because I'm putting hot dogs, chicken, sausage on here. The beef ribs are experimental, so I'm not too worried about that either. They'll be on the top rack, and we'll see what happens. Just be right back. So as I wait for the temps to come back up, let's take a look. So we got the beef ribs on top, the hot dogs and sausage in the middle, and the chicken wings on the bottom rack. It is 2:30 right now. I don't expect the hot dogs and sausage to take too long. Wings probably about an hour and a half. Ribs maybe 3 to 4 hours. I don't know. We'll see. It's been 20 minutes since everything's been put on and doors closed. Temperatures have settled in. This one is at 225, and this one is probably at about 230 on the top. So I'm happy with that. So we'll come back in another 40 minutes, see what's going on. So I just put 2 logs on there. The temperature on the top is 225. Temperature on the bottom is 225. It's been an hour now. That's the beef ribs on top. The hot dogs and sausage are done. Those just needed to be heated. And the wings, I'm going to go ahead and flip those. Maybe not. I'll leave those the way they are, maybe for like another hour. Then I'll come back and spritz the ribs in a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I'm going to take these hot dogs and sausages off in a few more minutes. And there's the fire we got going. Those are the logs that caught on fire earlier. So they're still pretty warm. I'm going to leave this door cracked a little so it gets the flame going. I don't want too much smoke coming in. So far, so good on the old country barbecue pits. You can barely see any smoke coming out of there, but it's coming out, and it smells great. The hot dogs and the sausages are done. I've never tried this brand of sausage. I got it when I was in Columbia, South Carolina. It's supposed to be all natural, not mechanically separated sausage meat, but and it's in natural casing. I think it's sheep casing, I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a try and see what it tastes like. So we're just waiting on the wings and the beef ribs, and then we'll be done. All right, let me show you guys what's going on. We got a little pullback on the beef ribs, but still got a ways to go. I just did a spritzing with some apple cider vinegar and water, and then I flipped the wings over so that the other side get a little brown. So it's been almost 2 hours now since I put everything on. So go ahead and wait for the temperatures to come up. Let's take a look at the fire. Alright, fire's going good. Got a log warming up over there. And looks like I am losing light. That's okay, I got outdoor lights. So we'll be back. So it's been a little over 2 hours now. Maybe 2 hours and 20 minutes. We have 250 on the top, 250 on the bottom. I did add another log to the fire. I got 2 over there getting ready. Ribs on top, wings on the bottom. I'm losing light, so I don't know how much more of this I'll be able to record. So you might just see the finished product. But I'm going to go ahead and spritz the ribs on top. And then let it do what it do. Still got a nice clear smoke coming out. But there still is some smoke on the inside. When I open up the door, you still see some smoke flowing out. So that's a good thing. Get a nice good smoke flavor, hickory wood. All right. The charcoal basket is doing good. I think I'm gonna stick with the charcoal basket instead of modifying the grates like I had originally planned. And stick with that method. Okay, be back. Let me just show you guys one more thing. My vents on the bottom have been at this position for the entire cook. It's only maybe once that I opened it up all the way. But other than that, and the top stacks are wide open. And we've come down to 225, but I think that's because I opened it, but everything's good. 3.5 hours and the wings are done. Got a nice light brown color to them. Smell terrific. The ribs, they need a little bit more time out there. The temperature's still holding. It's dark outside. You know, I have the light on, but it's still pretty hard to see, I guess, with this phone inside the smoker. So when I get the ribs inside, I'll take a video of that, show you guys what it's looking like. I'll probably wrap them. You know what, I think I'll go ahead and wrap them now because they do have a nice color to them already. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap them, put some sauce on it, wrap it, and then put it back on the smoker. Alright, so I took the ribs off. They got a nice color to them. You see the pull back on the bone. They're still not done, but I'm going to go ahead and put some barbecue sauce on them and then wrap them, double wrap them in foil. I'm going to wrap them both in the same foil and then put them back on the smoker for probably another hour. And then pull them off and see how they look. Stay tuned. So before I put the ribs back on the smoker, that's the temperature we're sitting at right now on the top. A little under 225. Same thing on the bottom. You gotta clean this thermometer off. So you got even temp, top and bottom. Good smoker, vertical. Let's see what the fire's looking like. I'll probably have to add another piece, and I'm gonna put both in there and let those burn down pretty quickly, and should be done. As you can see, very little ash using the lump hardwood charcoal. And I shake this up before I put the wood on there, or stoke the fire as they say it. Alright, so that's the 2 small pieces of the beef rib. I'm going to go ahead and put those on. I'll probably do that right now. I'll go ahead and put it on the middle rack. And then I'm going to go ahead and put those 2 pieces of hickory splits on the fire, and I'll be back in about an hour. It is 5:19. Okay, so I just put the 2 logs on there, and because they were already warm, they have caught quickly without much smoke. And you can see there's a good bed of coals inside the charcoal basket, which I probably would not have gotten if I did not use the charcoal basket, and I'd have to use more fuel to keep the temperatures up. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. I don't want my temperatures to spike too high. I won't get any smoke flavor onto the meat because it's wrapped in foil. And as you can see, you know, it's starting to climb up again, but that's okay. That'll just help it tenderize a lot faster. All right, we'll be back. So I got the bottom vent open a little bit more now. I want the temperature to come up probably about 250, 275. That'll help speed things up. I mean, it's only 5:30. It just feels like. I definitely recommend that if you have one of these vertical smokers, to look into the Oklahoma Joe. charcoal basket. It definitely helps. You don't use as much fuel. I would also recommend you use lump charcoal instead of regular charcoal briquettes. You get better coals than you would with the charcoal, in my opinion, and very little ash at the end. All right, so I'll be back once I get these ribs off and show you the final product. 30 minutes later, this is what we have on the top. This is what we have on the bottom. I'm not going to open up the cooking chamber because the ribs are wrapped up in foil, but let's take a look at the fire. Alright, so that's all that's left from those 2 splits of hickory I put on there. So that should burn down probably in the next hour or so, which is fine because I'll be done until the next cooking session. Until then, stay tuned until I get these ribs off. It's been a little bit over an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. That's where we are on the top. And the bottom, that's the remaining coals left, so I'm going to let that burn out. Go ahead and get these ribs off and take them inside and then cut into them and see what's going on. Stay tuned. And here they are. I think I let them stay out on the smoker wrapped a little bit too long. Let me see here. No, it's not too bad. They're not falling off the bone, but they're definitely looking pretty tender. So they look good, but do they taste good? So I'm going to let these sit for a little bit before I cut into them, and then we'll be back and see how they taste. And here it is, the final products. The hot dogs, the sausage. The ribs are delicious. Juicy. It's got a good flavor to it. It's got a nice smoke ring. The wings are on point. I have no complaints with today's cook and the Old Country Smokehouse vertical smoker. So if you're thinking about getting one of these smokers, I highly recommend them. Just get the charcoal basket if you want to do longer cooks. Mix that in with some lump hardwood charcoal, and you're good to go. So thank you all for watching. Give you one last look. Hot dogs are always good. I prefer save bread hot dogs, but Nathan's will do for now. All right, thank you guys for watching.